Hey, welcome to a fresh new episode of TD News Show. And Nvidia making a thick GPU. It is getting reported that Nvidia's upcoming 5090 can be made up with 3 different PCB. Not only that, another leak suggesting that this new 5090 can have 16 different memory modules, and if we do a little math, then we can get the result of 32 gigabytes of GDDR7 memory. But let's talk about the crazier part. 3 different PCB. Now we have gotten some leaks about upcoming RTX 4090 Ti, which later got cancelled, and in those leaks we can clearly see that it is a very thick GPU. But there is also another leak saying that it will have a dual blower design, and last time we have seen a blower design from Nvidia was with their 10 series founder edition GPUs, and to be honest, that 10 series GPUs had some of the best GPU design or first party GPU design ever. Like 20 series was meh, and 3040 it just looks like industrial design. But for me, the peak GPU design from Nvidia was 10 series GPUs. Those crease cuts and the whole design was super gorgeous. I'm such an unfortunate guy that I never got my hands on to a founders edition 10 series GPU, but I would love to, even to this day, to get my hands onto one. But Nvidia's story doesn't end here. Their new financial report came out, and in there the amount of money that they have generated is unprecedented. They have made $26 billion in just Q1. That is crazy with a capital C. Right now, Nvidia is one of the most, if not the most valuable company out there right now. To all those people who have holded their Nvidia share 10-15 years of time, guys made a lot of money. But again, this is not a financial channel and we don't offer financial advice, so don't make any financial decision based on this video or my opinion. Now let's talk about AMD. In their new RCOM hardware support list, they have added few new code names, specifically a RDNA 4 and Navi 44 SKU code named GFX 1200, and this is hinting that AMD's upcoming 8000 series GPUs are right around the corner. We have gotten a lot of leaks and rumors about the 8000 series where you can make an educated guess what you can expect from these graphics card, and I have already made a separate video about that, which you can check it out right here. It is also kind of sure that AMD is not gonna launch any kind of high-end 8000 series GPU. They're only gonna focus to the mid-range, and the most or the highest GPU they're gonna produce is gonna be their 800 moniker. That means 8800 XT or 8800, which is leaked to be similar performance to a 7900 XT. It is going to be 10% slower than the 7900 XTX, and if they priced it right, let's just say $450, $50 less than the current 7800 XT, it can be a great GPU. But I'm sure it's not gonna happen. I'm sure it's gonna be around $550 or $600. These are all speculations, so take them with a grain of salt. And that's not it, because AMD also launched or relaunched their anti-lag plus named anti-lag 2. Now if you're thinking why anti-lag 2, because the anti-lag plus just got launched, well then you have forgotten or never heard about the anti-lag controversy. The anti-lag plus feature from AMD was really impressive, not because it reduces your latency in game, but because it was a driver level implementation. That means developer doesn't have to do anything with their game to implement this particular technology. But the problem with implementing in the driver level, that whenever you play a game that has a anti-cheat software, it detects it as a cheating software, and that's how a lot of people were getting banned. Now the anti-lag 2 is developed or is implemented on game basis, and right now it is only available on Counter-Strike 2 as a technical display. And not only that, it also supports all of AMD GPUs down to 5000 series GPUs. Next, let's talk about the whole AI craze. Human, the AI pin company that made a AI pin with the AI and that gonna do a lot of AI tasks, a lot of AI in that sentence, but that company failed because their product wasn't ready for the market right now. It overheats, it doesn't do what it says it will do, and also it is very slow. And every single reviewer that got their hands onto this, they said this is not a product ready for mass adoption because this is not a complete product. And that's the same thing happened with the Rabbit R1. Now that's a whole another controversy. CoffeeZilla made a two-parter video. I would definitely tell you to check that out. It's a really interesting video series to watch about the whole Rabbit R1 company and their background in this particular field. But now Human is trying to sell their company. Before the launch of Human AI Pin, they took on some investment at the valuation of $850 million. And right now, they are looking to sell this company around at $750 million to $1 billion for a failed company with a failed product. Now, I'm not going to make any comments in that it's outrageous that how can they ask this kind of money for a company which made a failed product. Well, because I'm sure there are going to be some investor who are going to buy it because they might have some patent or licenses that might get helpful in the future down the road. And if you're watching this video and you are thinking to prove this idea, this concept of having a separate hardware where it will process some AI tasks, let me tell you something, don't. If you are thinking of that kind of startup, don't. I would rather suggest you do development in software-based AI technology. Look, you already have a smartphone. You don't need people to convince to buy a smartphone because all of them have. A lot of people buy smartwatches. Why not try to implement or make AI system that is implemented via software in a watch? I would love to have a smartwatch with all this AI capability. And I'm not talking about by adding a ChatGPT app, like you made a browser app for your smartwatch and hard-coded so that it will only redirect you to ChatGPT's website. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a purpose-made AI system meant for a smartwatch or a smartphone that can do more than all of the smart assistant that we have, whether we talk about Alexa, Siri, Google. And if you have that idea, let me know in the comment section. I would be very interested to know about your idea. But now I'm interested telling you guys some quick news. So let's talk about some quick news. GDDR6 can have 21,000 megahertz speed according to some new specs. MSI released their new Z790 motherboard with GDDR5 CAM2 low profile memory module. MSI Claw also gets a new BIOS update which improves its performance by 30%. According to 3D Mark Time Spy, GPUs in last 8 years have only seen a 2.8% improvement. Now that was all for today's techie stuff, and if you want to know more about any of the stories, all the links are linked down in the description, so don't forget to check them out. Now I don't have any entertainment stuff to talk about because for last few days I've been playing Defiant, a new Ubisoft free-to-play shooter. It's a really fun game, and if you haven't played it, I would definitely suggest you go ahead and play it out because it's free to play and it gives you the old school COD vibe. And me as a casual player really found my footing in this game, and this is the first time when I enjoyed a online FPS multiplayer. Like I really enjoy that. That's not that because those games are bad, but because most of those games are really toxic community. If you are someone like me who is a casual gamer and you want to try a new FPS multiplayer game and to be honest enjoy it, you can try this game. It's free. It doesn't have super grindy stuff. Yes, some things are a little grindy, like getting camos for your gun, but again it's free to play, so it has to be grindy so that you will buy those camos or buy a battle pass. But yeah, I would suggest you try this game, and I would also suggest you to like this video if you liked it. If you hated it, well, you can go ahead and dislike this video. It would hurt. It would definitely hurt, but I would suggest you go and dislike this video if you disliked it. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, if you haven't already, well, do it by here. And there's Akash, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.